Howdy, folks, howdy. How we doing? Sean Brock here with you once again, and I'd like to remind you to please subscribe if you would. I would sure enough appreciate it. You know, we have a lot of great vintage stuff on from 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s, and we have the best of the modern stuff on. If you like the high-end modern, and here we have topic of discussion. It is modern. I don't know that I would call it high-end. If I was selling it to you, I would. I'm not. This is a kit. You know, you might remember that I did a video on a StewNac lutz, spruce, and chary dreadnought kit that I had put together. And now we have a D-18 mahogany kit that I put together, and this is from our good buddy John Hall over there at Blues Creek Guitars. And John is an absolute valuable specimen to the guitar community, whether it be builders or people wanting to learn to build. He teaches that. He has so many videos teaching you repair work, teaching you how to build kits, and helping you kind of diagnose issues. Just tons and tons of videos. And John Hall is no stranger to me. I have known all about John Hall for so long, heard his name in so many circles. I've bought some tools from him, and I've bought a little this, that, and the other, woods and different things. And got to hang out with him over at Wayne Henderson's back in the summer, and that was just an absolute pleasure for me, because he's a guy who is very selfless. And I was thinking, you know, I'm not going to sit here and do kits, churn one out right after another. But I thought it'd make a lot of sense, as much as I'm supposed to like D-18s, that I do a D-18 kit. So I did. And this, let's run the specs just real quickly. This is a red spruce top. I'm going to say that this was from West Virginia. I didn't ask John. But by the way, I'll put his links in the description box. Links for his videos, his channel over there, Blues Creek Guitars. Also the Blues Creek Guitars website, if somebody's interested in getting one of these kits or seeing other stuff. You know, John sells a lot of tools. He sells just various things for the trade, and he also has lessons. You know, you can schedule instruction for building, all these things. And you know, sell stuff like tuners and pickups and different things. But anyway, this is a red spruce top. This is forward shifted scalloped X, all off the 37 pattern. Ebony bridge, ebony fingerboard. This is a drop-in saddle, and the bridge was drilled to 2 1/4, which is my favorite, I reckon, overall of the bridge spacings. I'm trying to think. Oh, I substituted the pins. Those are Waverly pins, because I slotted the bridge, and the kit came with everything. I mean, it even came with a set of strings. But I slotted the bridge, and the kit came with some solid pins, and I had these Waverly tortoise laying around. So that is a sub right there, the Waverly pins. I compensated the saddle on that. I subbed on the fret wire. I did stainless fret wire, and I am extremely proud of my fret work. Extremely proud of how things turned out. I rolled the fingerboard edge, and used a different technique of beveling the fret ends, actually, because I fret the board before I put it on the neck. I beveled on the bench by clamping the fingerboard down and actually using a sharpening stone to bevel the ends. And then, of course, I polished frets several different times through the process. Very proud of them. Very proud of the level and the way it feels and plays. The whole neck. Mahogany neck came from StewNac, John told me. So being that it was a StewNac neck, it had a volute, and I spent a lot of time getting that volute where I thought it was just the way I wanted it. And it was a little, made a little more petite and this, that, and the other. And then I got up one day and I said, I'm sick of 18s that have volutes and herringbone, and I just cut it off. So it's very 18-ish now. The headstock, well, that's not a sub, but that's an addition. Putting the had a water slide, a couple water slides made for me, so people wouldn't mistake my guitars for something that was made by a professional. Honduran backing sides, Honduran mahogany. This is a dovetail neck. I didn't do the best job in the world setting it. I might even reset it. I've got saddle here, but I don't know. I'd like to have a little more. And actually, I was going to put a pickup in it, so I haven't even drilled and then reamed for the strap button. So I'm going to go straight to a 1/2-inch step bit for a hole for my K&K. Nonetheless, truss rod. This is a 4mm Martin style rod, 1 3/4 nut. I elected to have as much meat on this neck as I could, and it's pretty beefy. So we'll play some of the regular stuff, and then just whatever comes to mind. Just let you hear this thing. But I'm pretty pleased with this, and if you're interested in maybe trying to put together a kit, or buy some tools or something like that, or learn something, then check out the Blues Creek Guitars webpage. Again, that'll be in the description box. But let's take a listen to a little something around here. So let's check out the treble. Nice. This has not been strung up long at all. At all. So I'm pretty pleased with the treble on just how it's developing. It's got plenty. It's got cut, but it's not piercing. And the bass, it's pretty impressive to me. brand new guitar, brand new Git fiddle. I'm gonna grab a. What we got? Oh, we got the Page Standard. Again, I think we had this on last time, didn't we? The blue, the limited blue. I liked it, you know. I got my my young Sean Brock Special had the blue purfling on it. So yeah, I mean, I had to have one of these blue capos. Yeah. So let's see what she does in the key of A right here. How about the bass? The bass response is nice. To me, it's clean. It's as bassy as I want mahogany to ever go, personally. I'm glad I didn't push it over the edge when I was tuning the top and the back. It's about as bassy as I would ever want to go because I don't want to lose, get off balance. Let's check the key of A here. Tighten my capo another half turn there. Check the punch on this. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice, I think. Move on up to B flat here, but it's good enough to take out and play. You know, it's good enough to take out and play to me at least. Check this out. Nice clarity going along with it, to go along with the bass presence without it muddying up, I think. 4th fret, let's see her in B. So what I failed to mention to you when we started is, I have worked on this guitar. Man, I can't remember when I started it. I want to say it was the end of July, I want to say. Because I was doing my other one. I actually had my other one done, my chary one, mid to end of July. And ended up, I don't know, after school started, had a good round of COVID. They drug in on me and stuff. But man, it came together for me fairly quick when I would actually do some work on it. And this is actually, even though I've had this strung up for a few days now, this is the first time that I've actually put it over the microphone. I've kept it sitting downstairs, playing it a little bit from time to time with a couple of my regular ones that I usually play. So this is actually my first time hearing it over the mic, and I get distracted because, recording is very important to me, and I always wonder what a guitar is going to do. So I get distracted listening to every little note. Let's try our 5th fret here. Check the tone color on it, new guitar. Well, I think we told you about all there is to say. Whoa. I forget about, I sawed that flute off there. I was going to slide her plumb down to the tuning keys. But I guess to recap, this one thing, because I thought, man, I don't know. I love mahogany guitars so much, but I don't know that I need another one because I've got as good a mahogany guitars that can be made. But I'm not doing this for a living. I'm not. I'm doing this for fun. There's a reward for playing something you've created. That it's a very unique feeling, I think. And then, of course, you got to try to be honest with yourself, because I know some builders, man, anything they build is gold. I strung up another killer, and some of them have kind of quit comparing their guitars to other stuff on the market, and they've got far afield from what they used to be years ago. And some of them constantly criticize their own guitars, and I can play it and I say, man, this is great, man, it's got this. And I'm like, yeah, but I tell you what, looking back here, this miter joint could have been a little bit better. Now I'm gonna, and so to put something together, there's almost two camps of people. There's people that only criticize themselves; they don't see the good in what they do, and then there's the other camp that thinks everything they do is great. So for me, I kind of go with I'm pretty honest. I'm pretty honest with myself. But to recap on the specs, one of the reasons I did this is because this one has Adirondack bracing. My other 18s that have been built for me have Sitka bracing. So I was able to justify my habit by saying, the bracing's a little different, so I'll get a little different sound. But there is truth in that. There is some truth in that. But this is forward shifted scalloped X based 37 based ebony bridge 2 1/4 spacing, ebony fingerboard, rolled edges, stainless steel frets. These are Jescar, the 37 by 80, kind of your Martinish size there of stainless. I love these, and I'm getting ready to do a Purple Heart kit, a Purple Heart with Adirondack. And I've already ordered my Jescar wire for that because I'd just rather do this than a refret anytime. Bone nut, bone saddle. Grover tuners came with the kit. My good decal up there from our friends out in California. I should put a link to them too. They do, if you need waterslide decals, they do a good job. Mahogany neck, absent the volute that I cut off, dovetail neck joint, and Honduran mahogany back and sides. My wife stained it. The finish is nitro lacquer, rattle can, baby. We rattled that can and sprayed it. Because I ain't, I've done true oil finish and stuff, and I've got nothing against that. But I don't want spray equipment either, so I got to go in the middle. And I went rattle can, and we used 4 cans of Mohawk on this, and I kept saying it's not building up enough. Man, just a lot of thinner, a lot of solvent in that product. And I got another product that was a nitro can that has a lot more solids in it, and I used 1 can over top of the 4 cans of Mohawk to finish it off, build up a gloss. And any of the finish stuff, my wife did a great job. Anything that went wrong, it was my fault. Believe me, it was my fault, because I would stand back and supervise it. And I don't know much about finish work. I just know that I hate it. Although, oddly enough, I don't mind. I like sanding and buffing. I do like that. And fret work, that's odd. I mean, I am such a weirdo. My favorite thing is the voicing of the tops and the backs. I tuned these to what I thought was right. Top here. And guitar's got good power. It doesn't top out. I detest a too lightly built mahogany guitar, and there seems to be some of those going around. But John leaves you enough material here. You could slap this stuff together and not do nothing else if you wanted to, but he leaves you enough to work with. Where you don't have to spend hours and hours sawing it out of a log, but you've got stuff there. If you like a heavier braced, high tuned top, you've got enough wood there to be way up. If you've got stuff to work with, if you like to tune your top to F or F sharp, you got stuff to work with, and on the back and the back bracing too. And highly recommendable, just a highly recommendable guy, and a highly recommendable product. Actually, I was thinking we should have put agent toner of some kind on this, but we didn't, because I'm thinking that we're going to do an experiment soon. I love the way this guitar sounds, but I'm thinking I might relic it just to see. And we're going to do a video where we'll play the guitar for about 5 minutes and get just get a sound on it, and then I'm going to go relic it and then come back and play it, all on the same video, and we can see what changes it makes, cracking up the finish and whatnot. I'm not 100% committed to this though, because I finally got myself a good gloss going on, and you just kind of hate to mess it up now, but nonetheless, I appreciate you guys. And John Hall, thank you, good buddy. You're just awesome. He's a credit to the community. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. And if you're interested in kit building or guitar building, see the description box and get in touch with John, and he'll be glad to help you out on that. But until we do the Purple Heart, this is what we got here. This D-18 right here, the red spruce and Honduran mahogany, and I appreciate y'all. Take care.